Alright, so everybody, this is Z3 here, back to bring a new video. It's been a while, about a week since our last March Madness video, as we know. There was this gap here, 3-day gap, between the first two rounds and the Sweet 16. Sweet 16 games were Thursday and yesterday, which was Friday. In the years past, I think I've done 2 videos for Sweet 16, but I think this year I'll do all 8 games on one video, then Elite 8 one video, and the Final Four Championship one video. So let's go ahead and get started here. First game on the deck was 6 seed BYU versus 2 seed Alabama. Um, Very crazy game. BYU had a fantastic game, besides 3-point shooting. But you can see Alabama took 66 shots. 51 of them were threes. They broke the record. What the hell was that? For the most 3-pointers made in a March Madness game in history at 25. Almost 50%. So, I mean, BYU had a fantastic game. There's nothing you can do when a team does this. That's impossible to win. Actually, if you look at this, if Alabama did not make a single field goal and we only counted 3-pointers and free throws, they still would have won the game. Mark Sears also broke another record for the most threes in a tournament at 10. 10 of 16. He was 5 of 11. That guy was 6 of 13. 2 of 2. I mean, unreal performance. It's just impossible to win. So credit to BYU for a good game. If they would have caught Alabama on a bad shooting night, they probably would have beat them. But Alabama was unbelievably hot, borderline impossible hot. But it was insane to watch. Very two fast-paced teams. And Alabama was just hitting it, and you see BYU was not. They were only 6 for 30, 20%. Maryland and Florida. Derek Queen, the star freshman, as you can see here, almost 40%, not too bad for Florida. Decent free throws for both teams, I would say. 50%, 40%. Out rebounding. This is the big key right here. Look at this. More than double their rebounds. It's hard to win a game like that. 17 turnovers for Florida. Clayton Jr., their star, had 13 points. Look at this, is a pretty decent spread here. 10, 13, 6, 14, 15, and 12 and 13 off the bench. That's really impressive. Clipsy had 17, and Derek Queen at 27. He was carrying his team. He had one of the best freshman seasons we've seen in recent memory. Florida down some, pulls away late. Arizona and Duke. Now at halftime, a bit closer. It was kind of close. I think Duke was up by 6. Cooper Flag hit a buzzer beater 3. And then at one point in the second half, Duke goes up by 19. Smacking them. Like, they're hounding them on defense. Arizona could not score, and they could not stop Duke on offense. And then here comes the refs. Now, I've said this in a previous video. In the ACC tournament, when Duke played UNC, they were up 24 at the half. And I stand by this statement 110% that the NCAA in that previous game called the refs and said, hey, we want UNC in the tournament. They need to come back, either win this game or make it close. Start calling fouls. Bullshit. Ticky-tack fouls, and they did. And the same thing happened here. Duke was about to blow them out, and they said, hey, it's going to kill our ratings. We want this to be close to make for a better sideline, get more ad revenue. Start calling bullshit fouls, and they did. Now, as you see here, Arizona got more fouls than Duke, but in the second half, it was if you watch the game, you cannot deny that the calls were swayed in Arizona's favor big time. And then the announcers, the announcers in this game were horrible as well. Not only did they not mention the bad officiating, but they said that at one point Arizona finally gets a call. Arizona had 2 players. I don't remember the second name, but I know specifically. Where is he? This guy right here. From what it seemed like to me, was purposely trying to hurt other players, was being very chippy, winning a lot of fouls. At one point, someone grabbed someone and pulled them down, Arizona was playing very dirty, and they were getting away with a lot of crap. I think this team is not a good team at all. And I think that Duke, without the help of the refs, Duke would have beat them by 20 points. Like, this team had no shot at beating Duke. As you see here, they were carried by Caleb Love at 35 points, a huge monster game, 5-11 from 3. Cooper Flagg himself also hit 30 points. Tyrese Proctor didn't have a big game this time. He scored 20 points each game. Has been shooting about 80%. He's only 1 of 4 today. But Sion James stepped up big time. He had 16 points with only missed 1 3. He's not. He has struggled a lot in the tournament, but he had his big game. Colin Knipple had a great game. Only missed 2 shots. He was very impressive. Malo Wall, again, very great shooting because it's really easy to get in points. Cooper Flag obviously did tremendous. Um, Nagoba off the bench played very, very well, I believe. Caleb Foster, while he did not score, only played 4 minutes, which was kind of crazy to think. Even Malik Brown came in for 4 minutes, but decided to play him. Isaiah Evans only played 4 minutes. I know it's not right to argue about the refs and complain about the refs, but if you watch the game, you can tell that there was unbelievable, 100% true bias. It was horrible. I mean, they were hitting Duke, they were pushing on him, they were shoving him, they were elbowing him, and then Duke was playing sound defense all game. All of a sudden, they're calling for those bullcrap calls. It was disgusting to watch, to be frank with you. Even though the Duke won, I was very upset. Um, it's just disturbing that the refs can almost change the outcome of the game, like literally like straight up cheating. Can never change my mind on that. Then we got Arkansas and Texas Tech. Now Arkansas was up 16 at one point, and Texas Tech fought back into overtime and hit a three to tie it, or hit a three to take the lead. Arkansas comes down and tries to tie it. It was a really bad shot by a player. I think it should have gone into someone else's hands. I think it should have gone. Let me see. I believe it was in Wagner's hands, and I think it should have gone to Knox. It's a one-on-one. He drives, almost gets by the guy, and then pulls back and makes a very contested mid-range fadeaway, off balance, horrible shot selection. Coach Cal opted not to take a time. I think he should have drawn up a play, but he says based on his coaching philosophy, he lets the play out because they're backpedaling. But I think if you put it in the hands of even Brazil or Wagner, they're taller and they're more skilled. I think they would have had a much better. Sorry, Brazil or Knox would have had a much better job opportunity at getting it than Wagner. Let's see, Jonte Davis had 30 points, 22 shots, so only made 8 of them. That's kind of he had 11 free throws, but that's gotta make more shots than that. But 20 points for Knox. He was their big player. Like it should have gone to him, in my opinion. Brazil had a fantastic game as well. This was a good team. Texas Tech club. I actually know, but I used to play college ball with. Named Chase. He is now a um, athletic trainer for Texas Tech, and I got to see him on TV. That was pretty cool. So they're moving on in overtime. We've got Ole Miss, Michigan State. Only a 3-point game here. This was really, really great game. Both teams shooting very well from free throws. As you can see, Michigan State had 22 free throws. Ole Miss only had 10. Kind of sus, but only 8. Good turnover ratio for both. 20 fouls to 12. That's a little sus. 24 points for their star white boy guard right here. 2015, 13. Michigan State back to the Elite Eight. Kentucky and Tennessee, 78-65. 13-point game here. SEC matchup. Tennessee did not shoot well from 3. Aberrant about by 10. Only had 8 turnovers to 12. Butler played great. 4 or 5 and 3 is really impressive. Tennessee moves on. I did not get to watch any of these games, so I can't really comment on them. Michigan and Auburn. the battle of the bigs. Michigan had 2 7-footers. People were thinking, oh, they're going to lock up John Broome with 2 7-footers. Not the case, because he still scored 22 points. Now, only 9-21. That's not the best field goal percentage, but he still got 22 points. Jones had 20 points. Pettiford had 20 points. Danny Wolf, Michigan, had 20. Here's their big, only had 10 points. So he did not have a good game. And Auburn continues on. They both had 15 turnovers, kind of high. Very poor. Look at this free throw. Sorry, that's 3-pointers. Never mind. 24 to 18. That's not too bad disparity. Out rebounded them. Gets 2 7-footer. That's impressive. So Auburn took Michigan's strength and beat them, and that's how you win the game. Now this game is incredible. Fort Purdue versus Houston. This was close all the way home. All the way home. 40% Houston, so a lot better shooting than Purdue. 10% better. Not too many free throws for both teams. Houston rebounded almost 10. Both teams only 7 turnovers. That's very impressive. OJ Cryer 5. This guy, Usman, I don't really know that guy. He had 22 points. He had a great game. Sharp had 17 points. Braden Smith only had 7 points. That's surprising. Did have, oh wow, here it is. 15 assists. That's insane. Our star player number 4 had 14 points. This game was down to the wire. Purdue, Braden Smith drives to the right lane, kicks it out to a guy in the corner, hits a 3, ties the ball game. Houston comes down, call a timeout, gets on inbound plays coming from the not the sideline, but the baseline, and guy comes up, gets it at the top of the key. The inbounder then flashes into the paint, wide open layup, game over. 0.8 seconds left. Technically a buzzer beater in a way, but not really. But that's how they win. It was an incredible play. Obviously, I can't show it for copyright reasons, but madness. Awesome way to end the game. And so that is it for the Sweet 16. Let's go ahead and check out the Elite 8, which is starting now. I wanted to upload this video earlier today, but have not been able to. We actually, cool IRL story, found some dogs on the side of the road. There were 5 of them. There was a mother dog and 4 puppies. Someone unfortunately dropped them off, didn't want them, and just left them out in the middle of the road, which is very disgusting. But we were able to get 2 of the puppies, have gotten some flea and tick preventative stuff, got them bathed to get the ticks out and the fleas out, and we're going to keep them for now until we can find a good home for them. Don't know what type of dogs they are, but I know that they're a very sought after breed. One of them has 2 different eye colors, a brown and a light blue. It's really cool. So that's why this video is not being uploaded until, as you can see here, it's 5:42. So it'll probably be uploaded about 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. Otherwise, I would have had it in this morning. But let's go ahead and check out who we got for the Elite 8. We got Texas Tech and number 1 seed Florida. I can see Texas Tech is up right now. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a wire-to-wire game. I think this is Florida's biggest test besides UConn, maybe. Another one of those big tests. Texas Tech is a fantastic team that plays well. Auburn, Alabama, and Duke. I think with Duke, with their size, they have the advantage. They need to run Alabama off the 3-point line. Don't let them shoot a lot of threes. Slow them down and make them drive on you, because you have the size down low, and they're going to take a lot of tough shots. And yeah, I would be very scared that Alabama starts jacking up threes, unless they have a bad shooting night. But either way, I would say Duke is favored in this game. It's going to be a tough matchup for Florida. They cannot play a bad game here, or they will get beat. Tennessee and Houston is going to be a really close game as well. It's up in the air of who wins, honestly. Same thing with here. I think Auburn, at least on this side, has more advantage. But these, again, as you can see here, Texas Tech is the lowest seed of the 3. So all the 1 and 2 seeds, except for 1, 2 seed, has made it to the Elite 8, which is unprecedented, really, in March Madness. People are complaining about the NIL thing. Oh, it's college basketball has ruined the NIL. I'm like, it's 1 year. Like, you gotta relax. We've had some good upsets this year, just not as many, because there's so many really good teams in the country, and that's just the way it is. I'm sure next year will be more upsets. You never know. And so this is today's games and tomorrow. So I will have that video for you. Probably, see, they're kind of late games. Like, for instance, look at this. This is what's ridiculous. Um, this game right here, where I live in Texas, did not get over till midnight. Why are you hosting the game so late? It's ridiculous. And you see this game starting at almost 9 p.m. See, this is bad. These are more in the afternoon. Like, why are these games? Some of these games are starting at like 10, 10:30. That makes no sense. People are asleep in the Eastern Coast. But anyways, that's going to be it for this day's video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more content. As always, this is Easy3 signing out.